Long ago, in the peaceful village of Umwatu, life flowed like a gentle river. The people lived happily. Children laughed and played beneath the warm sun. Women tended their homes and farms. Men gathered in the marketplace to trade, tell stories, and celebrate life. Peace reigned throughout the land. Every day was filled with happiness. The sound of drums echoed through the village. Friends shared meals beneath the great trees. Families lived together in harmony. To the people of Umwatu, it seemed as though nothing could ever disturb their peace. But one day, something strange happened. A villager vanished without a trace. Only an abandoned basket remained near the forest. No one knew what had happened. No one knew where the missing person had gone. As the days passed, more people disappeared. Fear slowly entered Umwatu. Mothers held their children tightly. The laughter that once filled the village began to fade. Worry replaced peace. The disappearances continued. One after another, villagers vanished. The streets became quiet. The village that had once been full of life was now filled with uncertainty and fear. The elders and youths gathered beneath a sacred tree. They discussed every possibility. Everyone searched for answers. But the mystery remained unsolved. The danger continued to grow.
What will we do?
Then one terrible day,
gone.
the truth finally revealed itself. Hidden deep within the forest lived a monstrous giant anaconda. It would emerge from the darkness without warning. It attacked swiftly, and after every attack, it disappeared once again into the jungle. The villagers were terrified. Determined to end the threat, the elders selected 5 of the village's strongest warriors. Brave young men, skilled fighters, protectors of their people. The village watched as they prepared for the dangerous journey. Armed with spears and shields, the 5 warriors entered the forest.
For our village.
The trees swallowed them into darkness. The villagers prayed for their safe return, but the warriors never came back. Days turned into weeks. No footprints, no bodies, no answers. Only a broken spear remained as a silent witness to their fate. Hope began to disappear. The people were afraid. No one dared enter the forest again. The mighty village of Umwatu seemed powerless before the monster. Yet among the villagers lived a man many had forgotten. His name was Ikemba, an old warrior, a survivor, a hero whose glory belonged to another generation. Most people no longer remembered the greatness he once carried. Many years earlier, Ikemba had been one of the greatest warriors in the land. His courage was known throughout the region. His name inspired respect. He fought alongside an elite group of legendary warriors feared by every enemy. During the last great war of Umwatu, Ikemba and his companions fought bravely. Though victory was won, the cost was terrible. His fellow warriors perished. Only Ikemba survived. Wounded and broken, he returned home carrying both scars and sorrow. Using his knowledge of medicinal herbs and traditional healing, he saved his own life. But after the war, he retired. As years passed, the people slowly forgot him. He became the forgotten hero. Now, with fear consuming the village, Ikemba could remain silent no longer.
What will we do?
When no one else would go,
All hope is
he stepped
gone.
forward. The old warrior rose once again. His body had aged, but his courage remained unshaken. The elders gathered around him. They placed their hands upon his shoulders and offered prayers and blessings. The fate of Umwatu now rested upon one man. With spear and shield in hand, Ikemba entered the forest alone. Every step carried him deeper into danger. Yet he walked without fear. The spirit of a warrior still burned within him. Deep within the jungle, he found the beast. The giant anaconda emerged from the shadows. Its massive body coiled through the trees. Its eyes burned with deadly intent. For a moment, the forest stood still. Warrior and monster faced one another. Then the battle began. The anaconda struck with terrifying speed. Ikemba fought with skill earned through decades of experience. Again and again they clashed. The forest shook beneath their struggle. Neither would surrender. The monster lunged. Ikemba dodged. The giant serpent wrapped itself around trees, tearing branches from the forest. Still, the old warrior stood his ground. Drawing upon all his strength, wisdom, and years of battle experience, Ikemba waited patiently for the perfect moment. At last, the opportunity came. With one powerful strike, he wounded the beast, and then another, and another. The giant anaconda let out a terrible roar and collapsed to the ground. The monster was defeated. Ikemba raised his blade and severed its head. The nightmare of Umuatu was over. Carrying the head of the giant snake, Ikemba returned to the village. The people could hardly believe their eyes. The impossible had become reality. Their hero had returned victorious. The village erupted in celebration. Songs filled the air. Drums echoed across the land. The people remembered the man they had forgotten, the warrior they had overlooked, the hero who had saved them all, Ikemba. To honor his courage, the elders gathered once more. They bestowed upon him a title unlike any other, a title never before given to any man. Before the entire village, they raised their staffs and proclaimed, Ike Umuatu, the strength of Umuatu, the defender of the kingdom, the shield of the people. The villagers cheered with joy as the name echoed across the land. And so the name of Ikemba was remembered forever, not as a forgotten warrior, not as an old man, but as the hero who stood alone when everyone else was afraid, the hero who faced the darkness when no one else dared, the hero who saved his people, the mighty Ikemba, Ike Umuatu, the strength of Umuatu kingdom. And for generations to come, parents would tell the story of the forgotten hero who rose again, proving that true greatness is never lost. It is only waiting to be remembered.